I'm stuck in traffic, so I figured I'd go ahead and kill a little time and talk about something that's, disturbing, as it always is, about when we have something positive going on and that's working for us, that we're over, that the system always finds a way to corrupt and destroy and dismantle and institute what they want to do. I'm speaking about Chicago public prep. If you're not aware, they had a lot of issues with sexual misconduct and mismanagement of financing. This was after being implemented for the past 13 years or so. I felt, they were looking for something to bring them down anyway. The sexual misconduct, we're not saying no one should be having relationships with young men, or, what do they call it when they're grooming these young men and things like that. They're supposed to be getting groomed for education, and it seemed like they were having this 100% graduation rate every year after year after year. It's my understanding now that they will be assimilated into the Chicago public school system. And, they're telling this magical lie that where the format and the structure will not be changed, but we all know it will be. So they got a couple of people fighting now to become the principal of the two campuses. And it's just disturbing because, like I say, the Chicago public school system seems to be in bigger turmoil. They probably have a whole financial thing going on, and they probably have a whole sexual thing going on too. I don't see the situation being better unless the CPS wants to adopt the prep school model. That was the whole purpose of the prep school, to create an environment where students could learn and progress in a healthy manner. And we know a lot of the Chicago public school systems are out of control. There is no discipline. There is no structure up to a certain degree. I don't want to say there's none, but if the system was correct, then there would be no need for an urban prep or a college preparatory type of school. That's the reason the schools exist, because CPS has not been able to turn out a bigger number of graduates and things like that. I know it's graduation season. We're seeing everybody graduating from their schools and things like that. It's a given. Maybe the test scores are better. I don't know. But every time we're looking at Chicago public schools, we're seeing underfunding. Maybe that's just a Black and Latino thing. Underfunding for those particular schools in the system, and chaos and things happening at those particular schools. So it's very disturbing, and I guess I'm just going to keep an eye on this, because it's always disturbing. It's just like you as a Black person, when you go into corporate America and you try to be an outstanding worker or whatever, contributor, and you run into the more successful you are, the more resistance you run into. Frederick Douglass once said, on my ascent, I am often met with hurdles and ridicules and obstacles that try to prevent me from ascending. But on my descent, I am allowed to free fall into the abyss of darkness. This is what he was translating even back then, that Black people are constantly met with all types of things. And like I said, I'm not saying anything. I don't know the school's financial history or anything about the guy that was the head. So if he was the issue, why didn't we just replace that guy at the head and keep the program going and moving? Why was there a necessity to shut down all the campuses? Now they're saying it's because they didn't comply and investigate enough to their standards. You know, it's how you argue 100% graduation rate for 13 years. How you argue that? You got 65%, 70% graduation rate at the Chicago public school system. You know, somebody help me to realize what it is, because every day I'm waking up more and more perplexed with this society and with us, because it just wasn't one person responsible for the physical management of the system. It was multiple people. So are they saying that everybody was involved in doing things, maybe not spending the funds the way that some legislators said they should spend, but putting that money into the areas where the kids really needed those resources to help them to get to college, to help them to get financial backing? I don't know. I don't work in the school system, so I have no idea. But what I do know is I don't trust them to assimilate these two Chicago-based locations into the CPS system and still maintain the 100% graduation rate. But we'll see. You know, never say never, but we'll see. How about that? So I've made it through most of the traffic. Of course, I'm late. I think I'm just gonna have to start taking a different route. So I'm running a little late here, but you know, thanks for joining me, helping me to kill this time. Catch us on Thursday nights as the TheNoPCShow, all one word, where we have discussions about topics. I mean, sometimes we're talking about us, sometimes we're talking about them, and then like today, sometimes we're talking about situations that we really need to be keeping an eye on because it's affecting us, our community, and our young people, and that's got to be a concern for all of us. And now I'm running into another traffic jam. I'll make it eventually. Deuces 2 times. See you Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the TheNoPCShow. We out of here.